Yeah, like what the I mean, I like the
Wait, guys, we're going live right now.
Steve was that gifted.
yeah, like what is
That's odd.
like
Guys, we're going live right now.
like turn your volume up. Yeah, like what is
There's actually a mute button here.
no, it doesn't matter.
Here.
No, don't mute that.
This is on a mute though. I mean, people hear it.
No, I muted the microphone.
Yeah, but now it's in the computer audio.
Do the
Everyone just heard
that's
that.
fine.
No one's on.
Who cares?
How do you know? You're in the YouTube? People can scroll back and hear it.
Who cares?
All right, let's do this.
Oh,
Told you that.
That's it's not registering this. Dave, can you turn this thing on? You turned it off.
there's a button. There's a button.
You guys just don't get
Who
audio
cares?
visual.
What? It's Dave. It's not on now.
You guys suck.
I love it.
I try for perfection. And
No, you don't try for anything.
I don't try for anything. What is that supposed to mean?
What's up with it? Now it's not working.
Doesn't want to accept it.
Had you guys asked me how to mute, I would have told you how to mute.
We know how to mute. You think I don't know how to mute?
Clearly, you don't know how to mute.
COVID was 4 years ago. We know how to mute.
Yeah, well, you didn't hit the mute button.
There we go. I just heard something that no.
I did it.
didn't.
This is a mute button. It's got the mute
I
button.
think you.
That's great, but that's how Zoom mutes.
This is some of our
So maybe-
best
maybe it's on the
radio
microphone.
yet. Can you fucking plug that in?
Can you turn that off?
It's not registering that. It's not
There's
registering.
8 people watching right now. Oh, 3 people watching.
Can you? Yeah, well, you're one of them.
Yeah. Okay, so I wonder who else is watching.
It's Sphera. It's Sphera and us.
Yeah, basically. Maybe Jordan's in there.
I don't know why it's not working now.
All right, then we're going without it.
No. I think we try one more time. We apologize for the.
No, this is great. This is the guys. You're getting the bloopers before the show.
Yeah, turn it off. I can't hear myself playing that.
Oh, she's watching.
Oh,
There we go.
All right, let's put the computer up now. Oh, let me just make sure Max said it. What's that?
There it is. Yeah,
Let me just
you
make
do what
sure
you
Max
gotta
said
do.
anymore.
Let's get the camera angle right.
I don't want to hear. All right. All right, we're good to go.
Okay, make it big.
I'm just gonna put it.
Hold back here.
Just gonna say something now.
Good. That's good.
Oh,
Right. Whoa. Oh no, what happened?
someone died.
yeah.
Who?
My friend's mother.
Hi.
Okay. All right, let's do this, boys. Let's put this in the middle here.
Why is this quiet? Good.
This is TBI 3 Balls In. It's your special award show alongside Logan Sleeveless, Dava with a Suck at PJ's sweatshirt. It's our final episode or second to last episode, depending on whenever the final championship actually happens.
It happened yesterday.
But it's the award show episode live version. We are live in color on your cell phones, computers, maybe TVs, or maybe just in your hearts. We are here live for you, announcing the very specialness of the awards of the season. But before we get there, like a month ago, there was a first round of the playoffs we never recapped. We never even talked about. Of course, Davo's bop. And it's really not Davo's bop. It's Praise bop. But Davo's team bop did what we are all expected bop to do. And that was defeat the cronies. The cronies without Gronk. Storm did a valiant effort trying to play QB. Dax even went on there at the end playing QB. The bop team, undefeated, reigning, defending, undefeated team, only two bowl regular season teams ever be undefeated, of course, did their business, winning 2-0 in the playoff game, shutting out the cronies, giving them no life at all, like 2 or 3 opportunities to score, shut them down every time. Iceman nearly picked the ball off on the second play of the game. Bray took a pick 6 back. I mean, crony defense, by the way. I mean, I know that they lost. You don't really talk about the loser, and that is my team. But our defense played as well as you could, considering what you had out there. So, Davo, congratulations on getting to your first championship game. You deserve it, my friend. We both have won championships, so maybe there will be a three-peat of the host here of each of us having a championship win. I'm hoping that happens to you, brother.
Thank you. I hope so also.
Now, on the other side of the field, Logan, you'll appreciate this.
Will I?
Mighty and Dax felt so good about Snow with the lead, they decided to leave early and just let Snow go to the championship. They felt like, what a season for Snow and Zin. You know, Dax loves Zin so much. He wishes Zin was with him. He said, you know what? I got to give you a chance to win your second championship in a row. I'm just going to leave. And Mighty just doesn't like championships. He's never been to one, still not going to one. So, Mighty, I love the guy. He's the gift. He's the gift that keeps on giving, in the sense that he just walked off the field and says, hey, I don't need this. I'm above championship wins. I am Mighty. You know who I am. You know what I do.
You're saying Strilly needs Zin. Zin doesn't need Strilly.
I think you could read between the lines, and I think you did it. So, again, a tremendous win for Snow. We doubted. You didn't doubt. You picked them winning. We doubted it. We didn't think that Dax could lose in the playoffs. And, of course, we were wrong. We eat our crow. You were right. And we got a championship game that may be played next week, although it's been postponed 3 times already. But you have a featured matchup of Doe Snow, MVP, versus Shalom Prager, a former MVP.
Possibly future MVP.
And possibly future MVP. What a matchup we have in the championship. Iceman versus Zin. I mean, the matchups there are, DK versus Kuti. I mean, there is some pure matchups in this game. I don't know, guys, you want to throw out a prediction here? Like what we think is going to happen in the game?
Yeah, I think Birds of Prey continue to win. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm with you there. Birds of Prey don't lose. Davo?
I'm going to pull a PJs right here, and obviously I can't go against my team. I think Birds of Prey wins, and we have victory celebration. But nothing's set in stone, and we have to actually go out there and perform, one more time.
Davo, can we get confirmation right now that we can do the last episode of the season in Doma with the championship dinner?
I don't know if Doma will let us do it.
What? They'll let us do it.
I think they have a sleeve requirement.
No, they don't. I've been there before. They don't even have a pants requirement.
I know.
I've also been there before.
What were you doing there?
It wasn't just him.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say it wasn't just me alone.
I mean, I've seen a lot of meat.
I've
seen a lot of meat hanging around there, but never seen Logan the meat hanging there. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll talk to the powers that be.
Listen, I think it's going to be a close matchup, but Birds of Prey don't lose. They're the first undefeated team in Jubal history to win the championship, be undefeated and win the championship. I don't think they're losing this one. I think there's just too much talent on the field. Ivry wasn't even needed in that playoff game. I mean, you talk about a guy like Ivry out there. You have so much talent. Guys, by the way, I want to say this, and I want to call out every other captain. The way that you guys are consistently rotating and getting people in the game is tremendous. Like I was able to watch this from the sideline, from the
shocking.
bench, right, and really see just the beautiness of guy gets hit, hurt, whatever, comes off the field, next guy up mentality. That's how you know a team is drafted really well, that everyone can trust each other, rely on each other. So that's the makings to me of a great team. I will say this: I think Snow does the same thing as well, giving him a lot of credit. meaning their rotations are really well. Their guys are getting in, knowing their spots, who plays where. So again, it makes sense to me that these two teams are in the championship.
I agree. In my calculations last time we talked about it, I don't think it's really hard to bet against Zim. He's just so talented on every asset of the field, every place in the field. He's so fantastic. I think these two teams came together as a team the most. Third place would have been cronies. I think they came, but they came together for different reasons that kind of hindered them actually. But it's great to see. I think it's going to be a great matchup. We're talking about the first league game this year that was played was Bops Crocs, and the last one I think it's just fitting bookends right there.
Yeah. Again, I'm hoping that I hope you guys do win. And again, kudos to Zin and Snow and the rest of that team because that valiant effort getting yourselves to the chip.
I don't think they have a shot.
Listen, you know,
I'm just saying,
you know,
crazy.
listen,
It's gonna be close.
any given
They played Wildcat with Rook.
any given Sunday, you know how it is. You never know. Listen, never count out a close game. But again, Bop's not losing. So
This is the most Bop love that Bop has ever gotten.
I might even
TBI.
go in the 3-element breakdown. I was gonna go with Bop having the better line this week, but we're not doing that. So
all right, let's jump into what everybody's live here watching us for. They want to know the award wins. They want to know who is the awardees of the season, guys who have earned it in either on the field or in the chat or just in general. And we'll start with, I guess, the first award of the evening, which I think is probably an underrated award. And we'll each take turns going around each award. I'll start with the best chat drop. And just explain to you what that is. That's for this year. Participants were given an option of choosing 3. And the winner, drum roll, please. No shock here. It goes to Zin for the drone coverage of the snow game. That, to me, is one of the greatest chat drops we've had. Just the coverage was amazing. It would be great if we could get some audio there, which would be, I think, even just next level stuff. But really, chat drop to Zin. That drone coverage was phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Yeah, and phenomenal.
It's a phenomenal animal. Phenomenal.
I would like to say that in second place was Beat Slav, which was actually last year's winner.
Correct.
Which was so good that it was dropped again this year multiple times.
Yeah.
And it almost won again.
Also, if I remember correctly, that was dropped towards the end of the year last year. So it kind of, while it definitely was a drop last year, it was kind of on the fence between years. So again, that is an all-time classic. But I think the voters got it right, if you will. That drone footage was phenomenal.
But does Beast get credit because he's really the one who suggested drone footage?
No, I think Beast was offering to bring his.
Yeah, I thought Beast had a drone
and either did it once.
We should have like battle the drones in the air.
Let's move on to our next award. Davo, can you announce it, please? The sticker award.
The sticker award. Obviously, we have many good stickers. Shout out to all those sticker makers. Particularly, I know Open's the big sticker makers, Zin, as well as the Wizard himself. This year, the sticker champion is the only way he was going to win something goes to the Burt Fumble. It's a Burt Fumble featuring Yaron and Burt. We have it's a coin term that has now actually been used in Tuesday night by other teams.
Oh, really?
Wow.
By the way, one little note there. Do you know what the winner of last year's sticker was?
Assume the position.
Assume the position. So Burt has won this 2 years in a row for probably things he doesn't want to be associated with. But Burt wins this 2 years in a row.
There's something going up his ass.
I'm thinking he does want to be associated with it.
But you know what it is? All I can think about is I can't wait to see what Burt comes up with next year.
All right. Let's move into the next award. Logan, you're going to announce it.
Yeah, this is actually the first time we've done this, officially calling what it is. And it is my esteemed pleasure to welcome Davo into the first ever Ball of Fame award. Davo this year not only had his standard, which is always above standard, but his standard ideas. He brought it to the show. He brought it to the mic. He brought it with the ideas. Davo had a phenomenal year this year. And We couldn't be prouder, and the voters got it right again. And again, we only had 2 votes, but no, meaning like it wasn't like we decided, like the voters decided. Davo, congratulations, very well deserved. This year you crushed it, and it is a pleasure and a privilege to welcome you as the first ever Ball of Fame.
And also, of course, we say this all the time, but this show doesn't happen without Davo. So just saying it, here. Yeah, I mean, but also it's his brainchild. So.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I hope it's the last time I crush my balls. But I appreciate it, and big shout out to you guys and to the listeners and viewers. Okay. And I did not vote for myself.
Okay. Can you want to announce the next award, the ongoing joke?
The ongoing joke. Now this is year to year, but it doesn't go year to year because it's ongoing. So it means it's for forever. And as well, it goes to pray, and in both, obviously we're always doing it, and it beat out Happy Birthday Jay. So happy birthday, Jordan, in both wins.
Yeah, guys, I do have to criticize us a little bit. This is actually a little embarrassing. Last year, in both and Happy Birthday Jay were also the winners, like or the winner and runner-up. Like,
come on,
we're like an old man's chat now, or like we're just dropping like memes that my mother sent me. Like, can we think of something more original? Like, again, Happy Birthday Jay, very funny. In both, okay. Look, I'm a fan myself, but like, the 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink is only so good for so long. So we should find some new material.
I thought you were going to say we're old men because we don't remember from last year's. We just keep repeating the same thing.
Sorry, that may also be
true. I'm an old man because I'm physically old, but like the jokes are just, let's do better. We can do better. We're better than this.
For sure. All right. Logan.
And speaking of we're better than this, the next award for best rivalry, the winner goes to Beast and Goldberg, who also won it last year. Ever since Mahort stopped typing in the chat, we really haven't had great rivalries. It's not that Beast and Goldberg aren't a good rivalry, but like they've already had like Kiss of the Week and made up. Like I think we need some new material. We need a new villain. I don't know. Someone do something. But the winners go to Beast and Goldberg once again.
And I'm going to announce the next award, and that is the Chat Wizard Award. And we all realize and recognize how incredible Steven is, how incredible Steve-O is, and what the Wizard is and what he does to us. And that's why we actually renamed this award for him last year, because it does deserve to be.
And by the way, he should have been taken out of the running because he should win it every year.
Correct. But there is somebody this year who the fans and the Jubilers all admitted had stepped up his game. Sometimes you're confused by what he says. Sometimes you're not sure which decade he's in, but he is Spira. Congratulations to Spira. You are this year's Chat Wiz.
Gretzky said you missed 100% of the shots you don't take. In this case, I think he took the opposite logic there. But we love him. He is one of the more entertaining Jew ballers, obviously by voting the most entertaining Jew baller. So Spira, congratulations. Again, voters got it right.
Davo.
Let's move down to hardest to grab.
Whoa.
Listen.
That's why I gave it to Davo.
Listen, it is what it is. Last year it was given to Prime. Unfortunately, we shipped him off to Florida, so he couldn't win it this year. So there's no voter fatigue for Logan. This year's hardest to grab is Mighty. We all saw him take his shirt off by the Hanukkah party, and he definitely deserved hardest to grab.
All right, let's jump into the Logan, the most violent. I think it's a award that you should definitely announce.
So most violent this year is someone who I think cemented this award or cemented him winning this award in the snow game, but someone who has brought physicality from really week 1 of the Jew Ball weeks. This year's winner goes to Iceman. Funny enough, Legs has never won this award. I think it's more so because his violence comes by accident, whereas some of the other, Solo won it last year. Some of the other award winners, it's a little bit more intentional, but I honestly can't think of anyone who deserves it more this year. Iceman is the most violent.
All right. This year's Tough Man of the Year. This is referring to somebody who maybe got hurt midseason, dealt with some type of setback during the year, made his way back onto the field. And honestly, at 47 years old, and you see a guy go down with an injury and, He's consistently going to the gym to get himself back. There's no one more deserving of Tough Man of the Year than Jordan. Jay, our captain, our commissioner, everything he does for Jubal.
That's what it is, right?
That's Jay. Jay is most deserving of that award. All right, Davo, Sportsman of the Year.
Sportsman of the Year. This is one of my personal favorite Juballers. Burst onto the scene, came, always says hi, always says smokes, brought the meat to the barbecue. Just fantastic guy all around. And that goes out to Sheriff.
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna keep talking because they don't know. And Sheriff, that was great. We love you.
Sheriff has brought a ton on the field. He's brought a ton off the field.
From everyone at Jubal, I think we love you. You are the Sportsman of the Year.
Yeah, he's always got a smile on his face, whether he just got hit or he laid a hit.
Didn't he bring like a ton of stuff to that barbecue also? Like just
and meat
and also just like his positivity and everything he does. Tremendous Juballer. Tremendous.
Would love to see him more in the chat though.
Maybe that's to come, right? Rookie year. There's more to come there.
Happy to see that.
All right, let's move into the next award, which is going to be Logan.
Most improved player. This is someone who I think we've raved about all year, someone who's really upped his game. This is someone who I've coined it legs level. This is Legs has now become the most improved player of the year. If you look at some of his stats, and again, I think his sack stats, surprisingly enough, has kind of stayed the same. This year, he played 12 games. Last year, he played 7. Last year, he had 14 sacks. This year, he had 25. So basically 2 a game. But the most glaring number is last year in 7 games, he had 1 touchdown. This year in 12 games, he had 7 touchdowns. That's a huge jump this year. So again, most improved player goes to Legs this year.
All right, Davo.
Legs, we love you. Rookie of the Year. This race probably should have been closer than it was, but it also shouldn't have, if that makes sense. We had 3 really good rookies separate themselves from the class. BK, Sheriff, Ice. Shout out to all the rookies though that came and brought it. Even if you weren't voted for, even if you don't always show up in the stat sheet, you bring something to Jubal, even though if we don't know what it is yet. But the Rookie of the Year goes to Iceman. Fantastic season. Put himself up in almost the MVP conversation, if not, and as a rookie, first year guy. Much more to come from him. Fantastic. Ice, we love you.
Before we announce the last 2 awardees, which would be the Defensive Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year, and I'm sure everyone's excited to hear who won those awards, I want to stop right here, and I think all of us to come together and announce the next awardee, which is the Jubal Man of the Year. I should say Men of the Year this year. And that goes to who, guys?
Everybody who's signed up and participated in
Sick Play. So that means if you're in the chat of Sick Play, you're this year's Jubal Man of the Year. Brainchild of Jordan's, beautiful. The amount of people that have already gone and visited people, and just the excitement about it, of being a part of a group of doing a mitzvah, a really big mitzvah of visiting the sick, uplifting people's spirits, showing people you care, people you don't know also, which is tremendous. So tremendous to everybody in that chat who's done it already.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, shame on you.
But yeah. All right, let's jump into the Defensive Player of the Year, Logan.
This year, the Defensive Player of the Year, much to my chagrin, not that this person doesn't deserve it, but unfortunately, this adds some ammo, if you will, to the Hicks versus Sacks conversation. This year's runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year was Mighty. He had 15 interceptions in 14 games. He averaged more than 1 pick per game, and he had 3 pick sixes. That stat itself was not enough to make him Defensive Player of the Year. This year's Defensive Player of the Year is a very deserving individual, someone who has elevated his defensive play beyond everyone else in our league. It is DK. 44 sacks in 21 games, just over 2 sacks a game. He ate it up. He was also just a menace on the field. When he wasn't getting sacks, he was causing havoc both in the backfield and chasing down runners, receivers, whatever you want to call them. He was all over the field. DK, congratulations, the Defensive Player of the Year.
And Sexiest Slide of the Year.
Snow game, yeah, for sure.
No, the rain game.
Rain game also, right.
That was he deserves to win just for that.
And then finally, the offensive player of the year. This could have gone to so many different people, and it's going to go to somebody who deserves it. Zen.
Usually that's what happens, Cotton.
Zen is this year's offensive player of the year. Tremendous season. Ironically enough, I think last year's stats were better for him, but it just shows you what he's done on the field, the difference maker he is on offense.
Especially after a slow start. His first couple of games didn't necessarily compile the regular, if you will, Zen stat that we're used to seeing. Again, kudos to him. I think a lot of people may be scratching their heads. Hey, what about Prey?
Yeah.
Right. He was, I wouldn't say an obvious choice, but he was a choice that a lot of people were thinking of. Well, just a little nugget out there. This year, Prey in 24 games threw 60 touchdowns. That's an average of 2.5 touchdowns a game. For those of you who are keeping track at home, Yaron in 25 games threw 64 touchdowns. That's 2.6 touchdowns per game. So if you're worried about Prey winning the offensive player of the year, look at the stats.
What about the
there's someone who would be more deserving. That's not an offensive
what about
stat.
the interceptions?
Not an offensive stat.
I mean, it's you throw it on the offense. What about the ratio? It's about the ratio.
So congratulations to Zen, offensive player of the year.
Was that back-to-back touchdown leader?
Yeah, it was also.
And he didn't even get to play the last game.
Yeah, 19 touchdowns in 14 games. He's yeah.
And then let's talk about our predictions for MVP. Obviously, we're not. The MVP is decided by Jordan in the final cap of the year. Your thoughts? Who is deserving of the MVP of the season? Logan, I'll start with you.
My heart tells me it's Mighty, and that might be, the defensive stats are there, the offensive stats are there. He had one touchdown less than Zen. You can make the argument. I think it also might be some type of a lifetime achievement award. He's a guy who's been literally the best player in Jew ball for who knows how long and has never officially won it. So it feels right. And quite frankly, I think typically the Jew Bowl MVP is given to a player a year late. Like they should have won it last year. If you look at the Jew Ballers, it's really kind of a year amiss. Everything should have been lined up. But if you look at the stats this year, I think it's really, really hard to say no to Prey. Both what he does quarterback-wise, what he does defensively, his stats are ridiculous on both sides, and what he's done in league in terms of building what might be the best Jew Bowl team we've ever seen. I think it's really, really hard to make an argument against Prey winning it. So if I had to vote, as much as I would love to give it to Mighty, I think it's got to go to Prey this year.
Hey, Bo.
I think I've been pretty vocal advocate.
You can't give it to yourself
this year and last year and years past. I think we have the first two-time winner MVP. That
giving it to Prime.
Hell, aren't Prey and Prime the same? Like interchangeable.
True, it's true.
I think it goes to Prey, like you said. I think he's developed, which is funny to say because I think he's usually been one of the top QBs, but he's developed into the best QB, even if you take away his running. The best pocket passer. Defensively, he's always there. He's usually the leader in interceptions. Prey, we love you. Let's go, Bob.
What's interesting? Injuries are never a good thing, but I think for Prey, him getting hurt the year before, it almost forced him to become a little bit more of a pocket passer and kind of hone that craft even more than he was already, get even better at it than he already was. And I think that has led to just a little bit more success. It's run second, pass first, where I think in the past it might have been 50-50. And quite frankly, it's worked out for the best for him. So again, you never wish injury on anyone, and we're thrilled that everything is healed and whatnot. But silver linings, if you will.
And I think this is unanimous here. Obviously, I'm in agreement here. We all believe Bob is going to win when the championship is eventually played. We also believe that Prey is most deserving of the MVP award. Again, this is our opinion. Jordan, our commissioner, will decide in the final cap of the season. But wow, the fact that we had awards, the fact that the season is over, I got to be honest with you. I'm a little bit shocked and a little bit surprised that we are at this point in the season, but tomorrow's April 1st.
What, that we're in April and the season is still technically
No, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. The fact that we're in April, that surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the season's over, it really flew by really quickly this season. And I think we have to go back on it and say, it was a weird start to the year in terms of October 7th and postponing the draft and then us doing the live draft. And, the season started off, I think, in a little bit of a lull. I think we were saying Tehilma games, people were and we're still feeling the effects of October 7th and feeling the effects of everything that's going on in the nature of our world. So the fact that we have our Jew Bowl community, the fact that we have what we have, that we can vote for awards like this, come together and celebrate our winners, celebrate the people who've contributed most to Jew Bowl. And for those who didn't win this year, it's very likely you will have an opportunity to win in future years. So love to all of our Jew Bowl fam. Love to everybody out there. What are we, boys?
Live.
In color. And
a little tipsy.
And we are 3 balls in. And we are now.
Don't forget to come Sunday, Amir Tashem. We're going to have the championship. Even if you guys are not playing, still show up. Bring drinks, bring food, bring your girlfriends, bring your wives. Come on down.
Don't bring them both. Don't bring
both.
Don't bring both.
Take a second. You promoting a game that likely will be postponed again?
Hold on a second. Is there a Tuesday night game?
Tuesday night football or Thursday night football, or also might be postponed again. Championship. We have Jew Ball versus Jew Ball.
I don't trust
That's
any
ball
of these.
on ball action.
I don't trust any of these games.
I love ball on ball action.
Listen, here's the bottom line. There might be a game played. Who knows? Who cares? Bottom line is this. We are 3 balls in, and we are now
still talking. All right, guys, we're out. Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for listening.
Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much.
Congrats to the winners. Deuces.
Don't forget to sign up for Sick Play if you haven't yet. Still not too late.
All right. Have a great week,
Can we
everybody.
end this? We good?
Yeah, gotta hit end.